Hi everybody, Andy here with eTrailer.com. Let's take a look together at the Shocker air receiver hitch with drop ball mount and 2-inch ball for your 2-inch hitch receiver. Now this heavy duty shock absorbing hitch features an airbag and cushion bump stops here at the top to give you a smooth and comfortable ride while limiting chucking and jerking to give you better control over your vehicle and your trailer. This is actually going to help to extend the life of your truck and trailer by protecting them from unnecessary wear and tear. It's also going to help reduce the noise and rattle that's common when towing with standard ball mounts. And as I mentioned, this is going to slide into your 2-inch hitch receiver. I do want to point out that this is not going to fit SUVs, CUVs, or sedans due to limited clearance. This does require a minimum of 7 inches of clearance between the center of the hitch pin hole and the rearmost point of your truck, and 5 inches of clearance below the bottom of your receiver tube. Your receiver opening should be flush with your bumper or protruding from the rear of your vehicle for the best fit. Now this does have a gross towing weight of 10,000 pounds and a tongue weight of 1,000 pounds. But you do want to remember that a towing setup is always limited by its lowest rated component, whether that be your vehicle, your hitch, or another component. Now, as you probably already saw here, we do have 3 easy to remove pins, and these large rings are going to be very easy to grasp. As you can see, I can fit up to 4 of my fingers through one of these rings here, so you're not going to have to worry about fumbling around with small hitch pin heads. And these also have large safety clips. It's going to make securing the clips very easy. And this is going to be very easy to adjust up and down this channel here. These pins are going to slide in and out very easily, so you're not going to be at the back of your vehicle struggling to get this ball platform adjusted. Now this is going to give you a drop range from about 4.5 inches to 7.5 inches. That inside width on the channel is about 3 3/4 inches, and then the distance between our adjustment holes is 1 inch. This will be compatible with any Shocker hitch accessory, and this 2-inch steel ball is zinc plated to resist corrosion and rust. Now the body of this Shocker hitch is designed to pivot back and forth on the shank, kind of like a seesaw or a teeter-totter, as the airbag, which sits directly beneath your truck's receiver, and then these cushion bump stops. Let me give you an overhead view here so you can see those bump stops there. So the airbag and the cushion bump stops are going to work together, and they're going to take turns absorbing the road shock. So when you hit a bump and your trailer bounces, this unit is going to pivot so that the airbag can isolate and absorb the energy. And then when the trailer jerks forward or backward, the 2 cushion bump stops are going to help soften the force. Now this airbag is going to be very easy to adjust. We have our Schrader valve right here. It does include a cap. So for heavier loads, you're just simply going to add more air. For lighter loads, you'll let air out. To determine the correct amount of air to use, you're going to hook your trailer up and then load the trailer the way that you're going to tow it. And then you will add air until the bump stops here at the top begin to compress. And once they begin to compress, then you should have just the right amount of air in your airbag for your load, and you'll be ready to go. On the other side here, we do have a grease zerk fitting that's going to make maintenance very easy. And this is made here in the USA of grade 50 steel plate construction and a cold rolled steel shank that's going to give you maximum durability. This features Shocker's safety red powder coat finish. It's an impact resistant premium powder coat finish that's on this base frame here. So again, this is going to slide into your 2-inch trailer hitch receiver. It does include the pin and clip here, and the pinhole is 5/8 of an inch in diameter. But even though this does come with a pin and clip, I do recommend taking a look at our infinite rule locking pins for Shocker Hitch Ball mounts. This is really an investment that you're making, and those locking pins will help protect the investment on the back of your truck. You're going to get 3 locking pins, 1 to lock this to your trailer hitch receiver, and then 2 to lock the attachment to the shocker hitch. So if you're interested in taking a look at those locking pins, take that part number that you see there on your screen, pop it into the search field of our website. That will take you to those locking pins, and you can add that to your order. Some other bits of information that I want to give you, in case you were wondering. The distance from our first hitch pin hole right here, the center of our first hitch pin hole, to the center of our ball is going to be about 10 1/4 inches or so. The measurement from the center of our second hitch pin hole that the pin and clip is in to the center of our ball is going to be about 11 1/4 inches. And then one other measurement I want to give you that I didn't actually take before our time together, but I want to give it to you anyway. I'm going to get my ruler out here. Measuring from the center of our second hitch pin hole to the end of our shank, we're sitting around about 2 3/4 inches. And then the height, let me see, let me line it up about here. It's going to be about 11 1/4 inches from bottom to top. So those are some additional measurements that I wanted to be sure that you had, just so you have a good idea of the clearance and make sure that this is going to work for your particular application. Some additional notes I wanted to give you: a 2-inch shocker air receiver will not fit a 2.5-inch hitch even with a reducer sleeve, as most trucks have with a 2.5-inch hitch rather have deeper frames, so just so you're aware of that. But I think that's going to wrap up our look today. I do hope that it was helpful for you. Again, my name is Andy. Thank you for joining me.